what's happening, everyone. It's your boy Dad Son Gaming here, and a little under weather, but I'm going to make this video today. And we just picked up a new card, and let me show you why I like this card, and let me show you who we got rid of. So we're going to go to view highlights. I just finished winning this game, 42-30 for my season, and I'm gonna share with you who we picked up. We picked up Eric Dickerson, and we're going to talk about the market crash, but if I had to compare him to Marshawn Lynch, which I got rid of, and I'll tell you why I got rid of him, Eric Dickerson just has way more agility, way more speed. Look at this run right here. A juke, he's out, and he's gone. I mean, this has a whole lot of speed. And so the market is down. So if you're looking to get players, it's the best time to get them. Let me finish up this game here, and I'm going to show you my squad. So one of the reasons why I got rid of beast mode and got Eric Dickerson is because, let me collect my coins. You know, I love collecting my coins, and we'll finish that later. So one of the reasons why I sold Marshawn Lynch, and I'm glad I sold him because I sold him about 6 days ago for about 330K. Good thing I did, because guess what? Let me show you how much he's worth now. And the reason why I got rid of him, he's a good back. He's a great back, but just can't catch out the backfield. So I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to go over here to item manager. And I had a very close game for my Super Bowl, and threw it to Marshawn Lynch. He dropped it and almost cost me my Super Bowl. So we're going to go to running backs, and we're going to take a look at the market here as well too. So this is the current market because Team Diamond's coming out and most feared. So we got all these cards coming out, and so the market is extremely, extremely low right now. So right now is the best time to get your player. So as you look at this, Christian McCaffrey is under 100K. Marshawn Lynch is 120K. Just think if I didn't sell him, he'd be a lost value to me. So let me show you his stats compared to Eric Dickerson. So if I compare him to Eric Dickerson, first of all, Eric Dickerson is taller, has more speed, has more acceleration. His agility is a 93 compared to Marshawn Lynch's 86. They both have 87 carrying. Catching is a 64 for Marshawn. Catching is a 70 for Eric Dickerson. Change direction is 87 for Marshawn. Change direction is 91 for Eric Dickerson. Trucking is higher on Marshawn, but break tackle is higher on Eric Dickerson. So you see them side by side. And so I sold beast mode, and good thing I did, because, you know, I sold him for less than what I got him. So I ended up eating some coins on that one. But at the same time, think about it. If I didn't sell him and I tried to sell him now, I wouldn't be able to get the value out of him. So yep, he's like 130 right now. So if we look at Eric Dickerson, which I think is a good running back, or LaDainian Tomlinson. Let's see if there's there's some Eric Dickerson right there. Eric Dickerson is only 230,000 coins. I think that's really, really good for Eric Dickerson. And you got Edgerrin James as well, which could be considered one of the best backs in the game. I will compare him against Eric Dickerson and see what the difference is. 91 acceleration. Edgerrin James has 94 acceleration. Eric Dickerson hasn't beaten agility. He hasn't beaten in carrying. Edgerrin James has way better catching. Eric Dickerson has better change direction. So good back out of the backfield. Edgerrin James is pretty decent on that end. And yeah, he hasn't beaten a few areas like acceleration, but agility is real big as well too. So either one is good. I think Edgerrin James is one of the best backs. And then we got Sweetness. He's probably expensive right now. And Edgerrin James is classified as a receiver back. So let's go take a look at Walter Payton, which just came out. I think Team Diamonds is available today. So we're going to see some stuff in the market. So let's see. There's a Walter Payton card. There's a Matt Forte. And there's Terrell Davis. So these are some new cards that just hit the market here. Let's take a look at the stats. I like to compare them against my current running back. Acceleration, Walter. Agility, Eric Dickerson. I think Eric Dickerson might have the best agility on the game. You gotta just kind of see here. Change direction, 92, 90. So break tackle, 93. So agility, I think Eric Dickerson might be the best on the game in agility. And that is how agile he can moves. How that affects you is how you change direction, how you're able to spin and do your moves. Let's see. We're going to compare Derek Thomas to Eric Dickerson. Agility. Yep, Eric Dickerson wins in agility again. I think he's the most agile back on the game so far. Let's go here and compare him to Matt Forte, who's a 92. Yep, he has Matt Forte beating agility as well. Matt Forte has some kills in acceleration, but yep, Eric Dickerson is the most agile back in the game. Looks like it is. And then we're going to compare him to Terrell Davis, who's a power back. Look at these cards, 800,000. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, the market is lower on these other cards. So if you ever want to build your squad, this is the best time to build your squad, like right now. Let me compare Terrell Davis to Eric Dickerson. Agility, yeah, okay. Terrell Davis hasn't beaten agility, so he's the most agile back in the game. But hey, again, I mean, I got Eric Dickerson. I got him for not that expensive of a price, and so I'm happy with that. And so we're going to show you my squad, and EA has finally fixed all the issues. So the field passes are now tracking, which is good because they weren't tracking at first. And it seems like EA is now giving us the trophy packs, and they're giving us a lot of packs. I know I won the Super Bowl yesterday, and I got a crap ton of packs. So they're doing their thing. And let me see right now. I'm just a level 11. I get a Mike Edwards, but you definitely want to play this all the way out to level 51 at least, because at level 51, remember, you get the Deion Sanders card. And I actually missed my levels last time. I didn't get the Dave Casper card because I didn't get my levels. You also get a Josh Allen, a 92 Josh Allen, which is pretty good. Let me look at this card here and see what it's going to have. Huh, pretty good. I don't like his throwing. I wish I can compare him, but I don't like his throwing. I still like Vic better. I think Vic has overall better thrower. We go all the way to level 51, and there is the prize we want to get. So the objective is to get Deion. I mean, there are more here, but to get Deion Sanders, it's going to be a pretty good card. But yeah, everything is tracking. As I'm showing you here, all of this stuff is actually tracked. My games are tracked. It looks like they caught up on all the tracking. Looks like they might have given me some points that they didn't give me at first. And so looks like everything is doing pretty good. As you see, it's tracking now. Rush for 2,000 yards for most feared player. With the most feared player in your lineup, which I do have. And so I got these guys. You don't have to start them, they just have to be in your lineup. I'll rush for 3,000 yards, with the most feared player in your lineup. Rush for 5,000 yards, score 500 points. So just keep the most feared players in your lineup. They don't have to start, they just have to be in your lineup. And then you can clean up some points right here as well. So it's actually tracking those stats here. And so again, I would say play out your challenges and your solo battles, and you can get a lot of coins here, and you get a lot of cards, and you'll progress and get a lot of rewards. So let me just take a look at if you take a look at the market, if you ever want to come in and build your team, if you're just starting Madden Ultimate Team, it's right now the best time to build your team, because these cards were stupid expensive when I first started. And I literally had to play a lot of, because I got a no money spent team. I'm not spending any money on this team. So it's all no money spent. I basically just play the rewards. Some people go out and spend extra $200-$300, but remember, we're on pack strike, so we're not buying anything. So again, hashtag pack strike until EA can fix everything. But I'm just going to show you my squad here. And if you're doing no money spend squad, you can get a lot of free players just by playing all the challenges. A lot of free players. Like I showed my friend Chauncey, who plays on here. He went from like a 60 almost to an 85 just by playing no money spent at all. Didn't buy any players or anything like that. So and then he ended up getting over 300,000 in coins, and he earned them. So this is the lineup that I have now. And you guys were around when I added Jeremy Shockey. He's been pretty good for me. Obviously DK is just a beast. He's always been a beast. Michael Crabtree, he's doing pretty good for him as well. And we added Eric Dickerson, and then we still have Michael Vick as our quarterback. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we actually added Champ Bailey. So he's been a good addition to cornerback. So then that moves Champ Bailey at the number 1, and 89 Stephon Gilmore number 2, and Sauce Gardner number 3. He can play the slot. And we still have Ronnie Lott, and we still have a Troy Polamato, which gives us good safeties. And then we got Rashawn Gary and Ted Hendricks, Cole Holcomb, and Lawrence Taylor. And obviously at the defensive tackles, we got a Warren Sapp and a Mean Joe Green and a JJ Watt, and we have a Nick Bosa. So we got some pretty good players. Our defense is an 89 overall. And so we're progressing. We're progressing with this. So if you're in MUT, I'm just going to go through some players where I think good value is at, depending on your scheme. And so the one thing I do find ridiculous is that offensive linemen in this game are ridiculously expensive. I mean, if we go down to 90, 91, let me show you how expensive these freaking offensive linemen are. They're just like, they're crazy. So if you want to go out here and get you a, let me go over to the market and show you. If you're going to build a line, man, I suggest you try to get it for free or other means, because they're expensive. So if I go to right guard, look at this. 800,000 for a right guard. Wow. I just can't believe that, this is, these offensive linemen are this expensive. We look at right tackle, 600,000 for a right tackle. So yeah, offensive lines are going to be very expensive this year. And if you're just joining us, feel free to comment. I love to interact with my viewers and my followers. And so let's take a look at the market where you might get. So Marshawn Lynch is not a bad running back, but he's not going to do everything out of the backfield. But if you're starting off, you can get a Christian McCaffrey for 95,000. You can build your pretty good team for under 300K, I would say, on offense. So if you were to go to wide receiver, well, not under 300K, but if you go to wide receiver, you see you have Larry Fitzgerald, who's 100K. You got Deebo Samuels. You got quite a few good wide receivers here. I'm thinking about picking up another wide receiver. And in my opinion, I think your 3 best wide receivers on this game so far are going to be obviously DK Metcalf. There's a Megatron. He's in there for 400K. You got a Plexico. Is there any more Plexico Barriers out here? Well, no more Plexico. Looks like no one is having Plexico up for sale. But Megatron is definitely a good pickup. I may pick him up and add him to the roster. If I compare him, I think Metcalf has the best overall catching at 90. As you see, Megatron is 88 in catching. And so we also got a Carmichael. So let's go to the higher wide receivers and see what the market looks like on them. Yeah, you got a Harold Carmichael at 92. And you have a Doug Baldwin, and you have a Charlie Joyner and a Hines Ward. These are your team diamonds. The only problem I have with these is that it's height. This game is really built on having big receivers go up. And so, I just think, Jamar Chase, let's see what he is for whatever. He's 6'1", I think. He's pretty good stats. I mean, good slot receiver. I mean, everyone wants to throw the jump ball, right? Excuse me, a little under weather. But if you're looking for a budget wide receiver that's pretty big, Harold Carmichael is the biggest wide receiver on the game. He's 6'8". So if you're looking for, a big fast wide receiver, you're not going to get any better than this for the size and physicals. So 6'8", 225, 92 jumping, 89 catch, speed is 90. Pretty decent stats. Tight ends. Let's see. You got your Todd. Now this is a good price for Todd Heap. Really good price for Todd Heap. Todd Heap is let's look at that. He's a 92 overall. He gives you 88 speed, 92 catching traffic, 93 spectacular catch. So this is a really good card. I love this card. And let me see what type of AP it gets. A lot of times, when you get cards, you want a discount on AP, right? So let's see what he comes with. Does he come with anything? We can add AP to him. So again, if you can get a card that has a discount on AP, that's awesome. But yeah, the market right now is pretty low. To get a 92 overall Todd Heap for 279,000 coins is pretty decent. Am I going to replace him with Jeremy Shock? I don't know. As far as the value, I mean, definitely good tight end. I may pick him up. We'll see. But I think he's going to get cheaper, so I'm just going to kind of wait it out. If we go into 90s and 91s, you get a Jeremy Shockey for 103,000. You get a Mike Ditka for 104. You get Antonio Gates for 165. That's a steal. Let's see what his stats look like. Yeah, well, Todd Heap is probably better value. So yeah, the market is down really, really low. You can go out and build your team. If you're looking at quarterbacks, this is crazy because I had to spend a lot of time getting Michael Vick, but you can get a Ryan Fitzmagic for 129. Get your Drew Bledsoe, a Michael Vick for 216. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he comes with an ability. And let's see how the quarterback market is looking. Got a Russell Wilson, well, it's getting kind of expensive. Lamar Jackson has maintained his value. He's the most expensive quarterback, I think, for being out for as long as he has. Let's see his stats. I like to compare him against who I already have. Michael Vick has more throwing power, though. I like Michael Vick better, actually. So, I mean, if we're looking at the market, I mean, the market is prime. It's a good time to buy everything. EA has fixed everything. All of the field passes are tracking. So if you definitely want to get back in the mud, I would encourage you to do it because they finally got everything tracking so you can actually build that God squad. And now if you're in the market, you don't have any players, it's a perfect time to get your players, play through your solos, play through your challenges, and get all your players. And, you can literally build your team. This is the best time to build team. Like if I just started MUT versus when I first started, like Michael Vick was around 400,000. So he's dropped. You got a Justin Herbert out here, Tua Tagovailoa. Let's see if what Dante Culpepper is. We got a Burt Jones. I never heard of Burt Jones in my life. Got a Bernie Kosar. Dante Culpepper. Let's see his stats. Excuse my dog. So Dante Culpepper has a killer arm. I mean, his throw power is 94, accuracy 90. I mean, he's pretty amazing. 88 speed. Yeah, he's a monster. He's definitely a monster. I think definitely if you were to go and get a card, Culpepper would definitely be worth it. At 700K, I don't know. I'll have to see who else comes out at quarterback, but he's maintained his value too. It's crazy because if you're going to get Lamar Jackson, you might as well get Dante Culpepper. and just, for a few more dollars. Or well, 100,000 more dollars, I guess. So yeah, Burt Jones. Let's see what Burt Jones looks like. I don't even know who Burt Jones is. I've never heard of him. Wow, his throwing power is pretty good though. And I'm usually pretty good with the NFL, but it's just not a name that sticks out. Bernie Kosar, I do remember him. Let's look at his stats here. Bernie used to sling that rock, man. Bernie was pretty decent. So, I mean, go through the market. I mean, you can pick up some really good players at a really good discount. If you're looking to build your Madden team, I would definitely shop now. And I would pick up the 90s and 91s overall. You could literally build out your team for about almost 70% less than you could have like a month ago. We were 4 weeks removed where Marshawn Lynch was like $500,000. Right now he's 130,000. So I'm going to look at the market and I'm going to build out some players as well. Finish putting my God squad together. And I'm weak at this right guard and this right tackle, but I am not going to spend $800K for a blocker. If I do that, I think what's going to happen is if someone block sheds them, I'll be really mad. So to save myself frustration and breaking my game, I'm not going to get an offensive lineman because if they get block shedded, I'm going to be really mad because you spend all this money on an offensive lineman for them to get block shedded, which is crazy. So let me just see with these. Let me see what the 88 right guard goes for. Wow, still $400K for an 89. Let's see what the 87 goes for. 86. Yeah, these offensive linemen are pretty expensive for an 87. So that's I think the market for offensive linemen is always going to be expensive because people are just looking to stop the blitzes. They're looking to stop block shedding, and that's going to be an expensive market. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of overall view of what's going on there. We had Team Diamonds and come out. We had Most Feared. We have more content dropping. But hey, if you're looking to dive back into Madden, MUT, and if you were not in MUT, now's the perfect time. Again, our goal is to get our team, at least to a 90. I think if we go a 90 across the board and get everything we want, we're pretty good. We have a scheme to match. And I'll be talking about good schemes too. How to kind of build your player to fit your scheme. Like literally, if you're running a 3 wide set with a tight end on the outside, you want to make sure your tight end has short out elite or mid out elite, so you can actually beat them in that corner route. And then you want to make sure, your receivers have mid and elite. So again, it's putting these abilities on players based on how you run your offense. And so I got a scheme that I think is matching this team pretty good. And I think overall it's working pretty well. So since I've had Eric Dickerson, I played 10 matches. I've only lost 1. So he's pretty darn good. But folks, that's it here. A little under the weather, but I'll check back in with you and we'll have some more gameplay coming out. I'll probably stream a Super Bowl run or something, or a perfect season run. And we'll just kind of go all the way through so you guys can check out my team, check out some of the schemes that I use, the plays that I run, see how good Eric Dickerson is. I think he's great. And again, this team has come along good from when we first started. When we first started, we were okay, but starting now, we have a really, really good team. My 2 holes that I see are right guard, right tackle. Those are 2 big holes. Because they're 84, 85. At least want to have them 87, 86. But hopefully, I'll get a offensive lineman that I can move into one of these spots. So we'll see how it plays out. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you watching.